Hey you guys, PJD here. I hope you're all doing well. This is going to be another edition of Foodie Files where I talk to you about some things that I've been consuming that I think are really good and I'd love you to know about. Now this first one, and it depends on how I end up editing this or how I bring along the other items that I'm going to include in this segment, but this may be just juices. We'll see. First one up, I know I've shown this on Instagram way in the past, but it is by a brand, This Is It, and they can be found at thisisitjuiced.com. I have the website down below, but this is really, really delicious. It's Limeade, and yes, it tells you it's an excellent source of vitamin C, but if we look down here, they always have the expiration date and the batch number and all of that on here, so that's great. But this one, it tells you that it's just using water. Yep, here we go. Water, sugars, and they use cane sugar. And this particular one uses brown sugar and lime. And you can always tell because they have a version that's made with like the white sugar. So that one isn't the same color. And then they have the one that's the brown made with the brown sugar. So really, really delicious. They came out with new flavors that I want to show you. So it tastes just like as if you were to make your own limeade. That's exactly what this tastes like. I love drinking it. I have found it only at like West Indian bake shops kind of places, not other areas, but they do have a website. So maybe there is a place near you. They have new flavors. This one is strawberry lime. Super delicious as well, and same deal, water, sugars, lime, and strawberry. They also have a mango one. I drank that one already, so I don't have it to show you, but the bottle is the same, and the color of the product is slightly like an orangish kind of shade, but I would never have thought to put mango and lime together, and that drink is outstanding. I really like the strawberry lime, but I may even like the mango one more than this one. Really good. So again, this is the brand This Is It. And they do sell these, at least at the store that I get them from, $2.50 each. So these are not cheap, but they say they haven't added in any other artificial things. It's just these like natural, these ingredients, the sugar, the lime, and whatever fruit is there. So it tastes really, really good. So that just saw was really the beginning of me taping the Foodie Files with that drink. That's so delicious. But now I have a couple of other items. Today's a totally different day, but I want to share with you, especially since the weather is starting to get a bit warmer in certain regions. You may be looking for some ices, but not necessarily those that are loaded down with sugar. Not that this is a healthy one, but they kind of present it that way. It's Lindy's homemade Italian ice, and this is the new flavor, blueberry, and you can see right there on the label, it's telling you it's fat free. It's also gluten free. The blue raspberry, it comes with 6 in this container. You can find it at the grocery store, different flavors. They also have a raspberry lemonade or raspberry lemon or strawberry lemonade, super delicious as well. These are really good. So it looks like a regular Italian ice, really smooth. Yeah, I really, really like these. And it's 100 calories per container. So 100 calories, not so horrible. So that, and then this. I did post this picture, not of this particular one, but of this brand on Instagram, Evolution Fresh. I only recently learned whenever I posted that on Instagram of this brand, Evolution Fresh. They make drinks, and this particular one is Defense Up, and look at the ingredients right here on the side. Orange, pineapple, they have mango, apple, and acerola. If that's how it's pronounced. I looked that up because I had never heard of that before, but apparently it's some type of cherry. So all of this comes together and it tastes like the best oranges were used in the world. They're fresh squeezed and placed in this bottle, because it doesn't taste to me like, I don't so much, maybe a little hint of pineapple, but not tons. I don't feel like I get the apple, maybe a little of the mango in there, but all together, it is super, super delicious. I can tell you this is 190 calories for the entire bottle. It says high pressure processed fruit puree and juice blend. So you may see when you buy these things that it's a little separated, or that you see not necessarily pulp, but there is some sort of like fiber and things that you will get in some of them depending on which item you are purchasing. This one is Defense Up, and you already saw the ingredients for that, but they have some that have spirulina in it and other greens. Others have kale, so you'll see little bits and pieces. Also check the expiration date when you're getting it, because these things don't have any additional sugars and things added to it, and certain preservatives are not added to it, that you will see that the expiration date may be not so far off from the date that you're buying it. So just be sure to check that. So yes, and it's super delicious. The only thing I can tell you about this one, the Lindy's, let me just tell you, the price on that is, you know, you can find it anywhere from like $3.99 on down if it's on sale. But, you know, that's around the kind of icy price. If you're an icy person, you know that when you're getting the 6-pack, it's around there. This now, really good. I wish more people were able to have, and it says 100% juice. All right, so I wish more people were able to consume things like this. No high fructose corn syrup or anything like that in here. If you look at the ingredient, I will bring that list here, but I'm going to tell you that I do feel like the cost is prohibitively high for this drink when it comes to purchasing it. I found this drink, the first time I purchased it, it was $2.99 because it was on sale. Regularly, I find it priced at $3.99. I was in Whole Foods and I saw this priced at, on sale, $5.99. The typical family, let me just say, I don't think many families will be buying lots of these bottles, especially, let's say, if you're a Whole Food shopper, at $5.99 for, you know, a family of, you know, however many, because one person is not going to want just one drink. You'll likely want more drinks. It says right here, no added sweeteners. So things like that, you would want the masses to be able to afford and purchase. And not to say that others can't afford it. I'm just saying it's not reasonable to think, especially let's say if a person is on a bit of a tight budget, it's not necessarily going to be their primary focus to make sure everyone has this type of juice priced at, let's say, Whole Food, $5.99 on sale, when you would need, you know, quite a few of these, if it's, especially if it's not just yourself you're feeding, but you have a family. So that is an issue. I mean, it makes me think of this time I watched, I can't think of her name, but she does a show called Our America or something like that. And she had done a segment on a particular community in the South in the United States where the people in that area were really unhealthy, and they had lots of health issues that were associated with the things that they were consuming. And when they investigated a bit more, they realized that the only thing that was in that, you know, immediate area for the community were things like fast food joints, right? So because they could feed their family more things on, like, you know, buy 5 burgers for $5, you know, their money could go a bit farther. And then it would, if they were to go to a grocery store, and the grocery store wasn't even in the local community, they had to travel further out in order to even get to that grocery store. So as they started bringing in different things to try and change that community, you saw high blood pressure rates were going down and other things. This was something I had watched a while back, but it just made me think of that as, you know, I was thinking, you know, you want people to be able to consume good things, but if the cost of those things are so much higher than what junk food would be, even though, yes, rationally a person would say, okay, well, let me just spend more money because that's the thing to do. I want to eat things that are healthier and consume items that will enrich my body. But then if you're thinking from a financial perspective, there are some people who are just trying to feed themselves and their families, and paying $5.99 for a bottle. This is more of a luxury when they can get a gallon, you know, or maybe 2 at that price of something that can go a bit farther in their household. So I don't know, that was just something that I was thinking about as I was one day in the store with about 10 of these, let's say, close to. They also have a strawberry lemonade, which is delicious. It has organic strawberries, tart organic lemons, water, of course, and cane sugar. So good. Yes, you could mix all of that yourself. You could blend down strawberries, puree that, and shove it in there and make your own household lemonade. But if you just want to get in a bottle, you know, easy thing to do is buy Evolution Fresh. But just me having that all on my conveyor belt, going down to the register and looking at how much, just because I wanted them. And so I bought them, and it's just juice. Really, I didn't need to have it, especially I wasn't paying the $5.99 because I didn't get it from Whole Foods, got it from another store for $3.99, but still. And then you're looking at other people with their grocery items on the conveyor belt, and they're, you know, buying things that some may consider to be less healthy, but I know they were spending their money was able to go a longer way, is what I'm trying to say. So, I just wish some of these companies would, or maybe the stores, whoever is controlling the pricing, reduce the price of things that we want people to consume. That's it. That's my long-winded spiel on the price of some of these products. But this is Evolution Fresh, super delicious. If you can get some of this one. Some of the other ones I didn't try because it was really, really green stuff, like just spinach and kale and like maybe a touch of lemon juice, and I'm like, no thanks. But Defense Up, absolutely. This one actually reminds me of this fresh squeezed orange juice place that I used to hit up in Jamaica when I was traveling, where I was in the car just taking my cousin to work. There was this guy who had a stand, and it was this fresh squeezed juice, orange juice, that was perfection. The oranges picked right from, the tree right then and there and juiced, and this is what it gives me memories of. So anyway, that's it for Foodie Files this week. I will talk to you soon. What things are you eating? See you later.